Hey guys, hello and welcome to another video. So in this video we are going to get the data from an API. So to get the data from an API, first of all we need one API link from where we can get that data. Okay, so we have this WeatherBit.io website which we can use for our developing purpose, and it's completely free. So I will provide this link into the description. So just go to that website, and there first of all you need to sign up. So I'm already signed up to this website, and after signing up you need to enroll for an API key which you will use to use that API URL. So I'm already signed up, so this is the dashboard which you will get with the key. Okay, so first of all, whenever you will sign up, it will take 30 or 40 minutes to get this key activated. So after signing up, just be patient and then you will get your key activated. After activating all these, you just need to go to this website again, and at the bottom you will see one resources section where you will get the weather API and documentation. You need to click on this one and just scroll down a bit. You will get this current weather API with the documentation and Swagger UI. There are other things also, but we will focus on this current weather API only. So to generate that URL, we just need to go to this Swagger UI. Okay, so this is an example of 5-day weather forecast in London. So this is the URL which we need to hit with the forecast or current with all this format, and then using this we will get the data. Okay, so currently we have these formats which we need to use. We need to select one of them. So on the account page we have the postal code. This is the postal code, and if we will go to the account, so we have not extracted that postal code, but inside that account section in that Acme we have one postal code. Okay, so we can select this one with the current and the postal code with that postal code value. So I will select this one, and here you can see this is the example value which will be returned. So with all the data it will return the JSON. So this is where we need to build our URL. So this is some postal code, so I will put a random postal code here with 8 lakh, and these fields are not required, so I will just leave it, and it is asking for that key. So this is the required field, so I need to copy my field from here and I need to paste it here. After entering all this data, if you will click on this try it out, you can see that we are requesting this URL, and what we have provided, that value is appended here, that postal code and with that key. Okay, so what we need to do, I will copy this whole URL into one notepad so that in future we can use this, and this is the response which we are getting from there. Okay, so once I will hit this URL, I will get this response. I can check the same using some API tool, or you can simply hit the same website here in that URL and you will get the same response. Okay, so you will get the same response from here also, and the same thing is in the JSON format. Okay, so now we have that URL. So let's go back to that org where we will hit that URL using some integration procedure. So this is the integration procedure which Velocity team has already built, that is the team stub get weather and forecast data. First of all, we have to create a new version of this integration procedure. So I will create a new version of this, and I will remove this stub from here, and I will save this. So on the left hand side in this action panel, we have something that is the HTTP action. So I need to drag it from here to this one. Okay, let's rename it as current weather. Okay, and it is asking for this HTTP path and where we have to paste that URL. So again I will go back to this notepad and I will copy the whole URL and I will paste the same thing here. Okay, and what we can do, so okay, So when we are hitting the same URL from here, we were getting the data. So we'll be getting the data if I will preview it. Okay, so let's first of all add this current weather into the response action. So I will copy this from here, and into the response, instead of the set values, I will send the current weather. So let's preview it. So we are not providing any input from here because that URL already contains all the data. So first I will execute it. So you can see we are getting the false and method cannot be null. Okay, so let's go back to this properties. That means we need to provide the method here. So this method is basically the get, because we are using the get_u API. So we have to provide this method. Let's go back to this preview again. I will execute it. So you can see that this is now running but showing some other error, that is the unauthorized endpoint. Please check the remote site, because in Salesforce we have some setting where we cannot call any other URL outside of the Salesforce. So for that thing we need to go to the setup, and there we need to set the remote site settings. So let me go back to this setup console, and on this quick find we need to search the remote site. Okay, so once you will search this, you will get this inside the security. You need to open this one, and here you need to create a new remote site. That site name will be the weather data, and this is the URL. So what URL we have to provide? So if I will go back to this, we need to provide only the domain. Okay, so if I will use this to the IO, we just need to provide this domain, and whatever things will be called inside this domain, it will allow it. So I will provide this remote site setting as this one, and I will save it. So let me go back to this IP again, and once I will execute it again, you will see that we are getting all the data which we were getting inside this one. So this data and this data is same here. Okay, we are getting the same JSON here. Now let's modify this IP according to our need. Okay, so we have this set values. Let's deactivate it for now, and let's drag one another set value here after this one. What is the use of this set values? Let me explain you. So here we need to add two element. The first will be the key, and the value for this key will be the API key. So I will go back to this, and I will copy my API key, and I will paste it here. Okay, so how we can use this API key inside our HTTP action? So you can see that we are directly using this whole API key here. Okay, so instead of using this whole API key here, what we can do, we can use this merge operator, and inside that we just need to use the set value name. So for our convenience, let's name this set values as SV, and inside this current weather, let's use the same value here. So inside this I have to use the SV with the colon and whatever the value we have provided for that one. So we have provided that as key, so I will use the key. One thing you have to consider here is that this is the case sensitive thing. Okay, so I will use the K as capital K and EY as small, then only it will work. So let's check this whether it is working or not. Again I will execute it, and you can see that we are using the same thing using the set values, and we are dynamically providing this URL. So whatever change we have to use inside this key, we can directly change it here, and it will be automatically provided here with the updated value. One more thing here, we are using this postal code as hard coded. So what we can do here is we can use some other data raptor. So I will use one another data raptor. So we can drag and drop this data raptor from here to here, and I will rename it as dr, and I will use the data raptor which is already created. So that is the account data, dr account details. Okay, so this is the one which is already created. Let me check this whether it contains that postal code or not. If it contains, then it's fine. If it doesn't contain that postal code, then we will add it. Let's go to this output section. Inside this you can see that it does contain the account postal code. So let me go back to this one, and inside this, because we are using the data raptor, so we need to provide the account ID. So I will provide the account ID here, and the value will be the account ID. Okay, so we have to provide this account ID so that we can get that. So let's modify this HTTP action with the updated postal code. Okay, so let's remove this. We have to use this merge operator. Inside this we have to use dr so that we can refer this data raptor, and we have to use the colon, and let's use the same node which they are using here. So it has to be the account postal code. So I will copy it from here and I will use the same thing there. Here we have to provide this after the colon, so I will paste it here. So let's preview it again whether it is working or not. So I'm not providing that account ID. Let me check whether it is working or not. So I have not provided that account ID, and because of that account ID it is not getting that postal code. Okay, so if it is not getting that postal code, that means it will show some error. And what is the error? That is the invalid parameter supplied. So because we are not providing the required fields, so let me add the key here, that is the account ID, and the value will be, let me go back to this Acme and let me copy this account ID from here, and I will paste the same ID here. So if I will execute it now, you will see that we are getting the same details. Okay, we are getting the same detail but with the postal code which the Acme has. Okay, so it will get the postal code, and then it will get the key, and then it will put the same values what we have provided in these two things into this HTTP action. Because this is a get method, so we are using the get. If it is post method, we can use the post, and to provide the JSON to that post, we can use the send response transformation. So we are using this current weather. Same way we can use the one with that forecast. So let me go back to this, and instead of this I will go to this weather forecast. I will click on this Swagger UI. So at the bottom, if you will scroll down, you will see all these things. Okay, so here also we have this forecast daily postal code with the postal code value. Okay, so I will click on this one. You can see here also this is the get method. Okay, so if I will scroll down, it is asking for that postal code, so I will provide a random postal code here. Okay, and inside this key I have to provide the valid key. If we will not provide the valid key, it will not work. So I will provide this, and I will click on this try it out. So you can see that again it is providing some URL and with some different data. That was for the current, and this is for the forecast. Okay, so forecast is basically a 5 days forecast. Okay, so if I will scroll up, here you can see that it is asking for the number of days. If I will provide 1 here, and if I will try it out, it will return only 1 day forecast. Okay, so you can see it is providing only 1 day forecast. But if I will change it to 2 or 3 or 5, I will provide it 5, and if I will try it out, you will see that it is providing the 5-day forecast, and the URL is different. I will copy this whole URL, and I will use another HTTP action after this current weather. I will name it as forecast. I will name it as forecast. In this HTTP path, I will paste the same URL, and let me go back to this one so that I can copy the same thing from here to there. So instead of that key, I will use the key as this. Okay, so let me go back to this one, and instead of that whole key I will use the sorter format which we have created. So I will paste it here, and instead of this postal code I will copy this thing from here. So I will copy this data raptor account postal code inside this merge operator, and I will paste it here after the postal code. So you can see that why we are creating this set values. So once we will change the key from this set value, it will be changed in both this API. And in this response action, currently we are returning this current weather. So to check that, let me return the forecast. If I will use the forecast, and once I will preview it, you will see that the same thing is getting returned here. So again, we have not provided that method, that's why it's showing some error. So I will provide this as get, and then I will preview it. So you can see that now it is returning some data. One more thing you can notice here, that we have copied the URL and there we have provided days equal to 5. So this is the hard coded value. We can also set the same thing inside this set value. We can use another key value where we can use that days, and we can use the value here 5, and instead of using directly the hard coded value, we can use sv.days, days equal to 5. We can use the merge operator, and here we have to use sv:days. So it will work the same way it will work, but once we will change this set values here, it will be changed in all this URL. So if I will preview it, the result will remain the same. You can see the result is now same. So you can see in this response there are a lot of data which we actually don't need. Okay, so to transform that data according to our need, we can use the data raptor transform. And the same thing we will do in our next video, where we will use a data raptor transform, which will return the data which we actually need with some formula. So stay tuned for that video. If you find this video helpful, please like the video, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel.